How many of you like to fail? I thought so. We don't like to fail either. Last summer, we came across this 50 Chevy, and we were not able to get it running. The engine was stuck, and we failed. I've been thinking about it ever since. Some of you have commented on it, on watching the other video. So now we've got it home, and we're going to try to get it running. You're not going to believe what we uncover. Come along for the ride. Hey everybody, guess what? A lot of you viewers have asked me to give another shot at this car, 1950 Chevy Styleline Deluxe. If you recall last summer, and I've got a video on this, I tried to get this running and I failed. It's bugged me ever since. So I've had users telling me, try it again, try it again, try it again. And it just so happens that the property it's on is getting cleared. And this thing is a couple of weeks away from the junkyard. So I decided, talked it over with the owner, I'm gonna take it and bring it home and try to get it running there because I'll have a little more time. I don't have time to spend on this at this second. So the first order of business today is clean all the stuff around it so that I can get a rollback in here to get it out, and I have to put tires on it that hold air. There's no way this thing's gonna move without that. And I have to free up the wheels while I'm at it to get them to spin again, because we won't be able to drag it out of here otherwise. So this is going to be super fun. It's not often that I take a second crack at these. This one I'm going to, and hopefully we have more success this time. All right, so this is a little scary, of course. These nuts are completely rusted. As you would expect, this thing has been here since at least '82, and I think longer, because clearly it was dragged here. There's a chain on the back bumper. The steering wheel was tied straight, and this doesn't happen from sitting. This was dragged when it was already flat. So, oh, that's interesting. Huh. I'm clearing this out first, and I'm going to use my standby stuff, Cree-Oil, on these nuts. I love this stuff. Recently discovered it. It's fantastic. I'm willing to bet that I put it on here and I'm going to get these things off without power tools, and I hope I can because I don't have any power tools with me. If you want to try this stuff, I have a discount code in the description of this video where you can get half off the second can. I'm going to let that sit, and I'm going to go around to the back next, but I have to clean some stuff off. All right, let's get this out of here. It's too bad this is bent with the price of plywood right now. I went to move this piece of steel grate and realized this tree had grown right up through it. So this scrap steel has been here a very long time. Oh, this is heavy. All right, it's clear. Look at this tire. I think this has air in it. This tire has air in it. Unbelievable. That's awesome. That's awesome. That one does not. But there it is. I wonder if this door will open. It opens. Probably the first time this has been opened in decades. Whew. It's rough. It's rough. Look at that floor. It's rough, but it's an automatic. It's got some good parts. These armrests are decent. Nice spider web. It's got directionals. That steering wheel is decent too. It's not perfect, but it's decent. Got a piece of trim on the seat. Awesome, really awesome. Check this out. This is some kind of electrical cable with lights in it. There were lights down here at some time in the distant past for something. So we've discovered this car was once orange. Check this out. That's orange. In this door up here is orange, and there's orange on the weather stripping. So someone did look at that, an orange paint job on this at some point in its life. This car must have been pretty radical orange. Why would you paint a 4-door, 6-cylinder Chevy orange? I don't know, but somebody did. All right, let's see. Oil's had 10 or 15 minutes at least to sink in. Huh, what size are these? I don't know if I get the right size here. Oh yeah, well, no. I'm gonna have to use my sockets. Whatever size this is, that doesn't fit. Look at that. I can't believe that. Look at that. That came right off. Woohoo! That only needs to happen 20 more times. This one too. Thank you, Creole. Yeah, that one too. It's funny, they're sticking on my socket's sticking on the nut, but the nuts aren't giving me any trouble. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Check this out. Look at that lug. All the oil that got onto those threads. This stuff really did penetrate. I mean, there's the proof right there. So we're going to actually try to, without taking the hub off, get the drum loose. Save us a little time. So Christina is using the hammer, as she likes to do. Whack it on, like right there if you can. Yeah. Yeah, this, let's see the rust coming out of it. This just might work. We may be able to get it loose enough. Oh yeah. Boy, would it be nice if we can get this spinning without taking the whole hub off. We're gonna keep on hitting it and get back to you. Whew. Wheels on. Spinning great. This one will give us no trouble. As luck would have it, it's starting to rain just when we got the last wheel on. So all 4 wheels are free. I'm gonna cut a few more trees and then this thing's ready for the rollback. So it's been a good day. Okay. So girls finally moving. Doesn't that look cool? And there she goes. Well, it's home. Now the fun starts. We've got to figure out why this thing wouldn't start almost a year ago.
She is so curious about this car. She comes out every night and sniffs it. So funny. Okay, so I asked Richard if we could just check and see like what the oil looked like. Was it red from when we were working on it? Like, was it like 8 months ago?
Oh,
I wanted to know if it was red because maybe you just see the mystery oil. But it's so funny. Do you remember how we left it? We put everything back.
Yeah, we put it back the way it was.
And it's still there.
Yeah.
Wonder if that dish is good anymore.
Probably not as good as this workout pad.
Yeah, that workout pad.
we won't be using that anymore.
Anything new in here?
Well,
Yeah.
I closed the choke, so that's a good thing.
Oh, watch out, hon. That dish may be worth money.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I was curious about. That looks worse if you ask me. Well, let's clean it and do it again.
Let's clean it. Oh, remember the dipstick had the notch in it?
That's right, to where it almost looked like part of it had rusted.
Or been hitting something.
Yeah. All right, let's see what comes out. He still has the plastic bottle.
This is one of those cars that really proves that I'm crazy. Like,
you needed a car for that?
why did I bring this thing home? Well, it's completely full. So clearly some mystery oil's gotten in. Yeah, there's some red to that. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
still,
some red to that. So that's good.
Yeah, I know. I was just really curious about it. You know, I'm really curious as to just take some of the stuff apart we couldn't before.
Yeah.
And see what is really going on.
Yeah, well, the key with this is going to be getting the crowbar on the flex plate. That's going to be the key. We couldn't do that before, because trying to grab this pulley is a nightmare.
Well, I'm going to take some stuff off we couldn't before. We're not going to be able to do that?
Well, we got a lot of it off. See, the water pump is already, I left it off. It's right here. The fan is off.
We're not going to take any more off the engine?
You know, we may take the generator out of the way, maybe. But that's it. We've got clear access here.
So you're not going to take the head off or anything?
Oh, if we can't get it unstuck, yeah. The head's
But we're not
coming
going to do
off.
it before?
No. Well, I'm going to give it one more shot.
I really want to see what it looks like anyway.
I think you're going to end up seeing it, because I'm going to give it one more shot with the flex plate, but I don't expect it to work. And then we take the head off and we can see what's going on in there. And there may be engine damage. That dipstick worries me that it's like that.
Well, don't forget that spark plug, you almost didn't get one out. And then one had a fouler.
Yeah, they're all out now, but yeah, one has a non-fouler on it.
So...
which means it was probably burning oil.
I almost feel like you should just skip that other part and just open it up.
Go right to the head.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but right, all this has to come off, and all these bolts have to come out.
Yeah.
But I mean, those bolts look like they're in good shape.
Compared to the Camaro?
Snap.
Compared to the Camaro, they look wonderful.
Yeah, this looks pristine. This was parked yesterday. All right, well, I guess we're done for the night. Just think how cool this would be if it ran, though. Yeah. That would be amazing. Amazing.
It'd be amazing for me. I wouldn't have to hear about it anymore.
Yeah.
All right, I believe someone promised me a cookout with some salmon.
Oh, that's right. I better get moving.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. If you know what movie that's from, put it in the comments, because I said that to Richard, what was it, last week?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I need to know what movie that was from.
No, I have no idea. Oh, plugs are coming out.
Well, mark these things first.
Okay. Okay. Just stick the head right in the cardboard there. The electrode.
Push with me.
There you go.
Yeah, that was hard. I wonder if you did it. Oh yeah, look, I can just do this.
Yeah, they should all be loose. I left them relatively loose
I was
last
like,
time.
I cannot get this to grab it. I thought it was too small.
Yeah, I forgot that I did that. Those plugs actually look great.
I know they do.
Great.
Maybe we should have watched this video before we got started. But now, what about that? Would you say it's a non-fouler?
Non-fouler. That's the next one after
Would that
this.
be hard or?
No, I think that one's loose too. I think I left them all loose. The non-fouler is going to stay in, as I recall.
They look really good.
Yeah, they look great.
They look better than that 69 Camaro.
Yeah. Oh, they look new, actually. Yeah. New as of 40 years ago.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, you can tell these are really old by the inscription and the color and everything.
Yeah, yeah. When you get one out, what's the number on it?
45S. Yeah, they all still.
Yeah, those are all beautiful.
Yeah, they all still look.
Except.
You think there's
What
too
is
much
that,
oil
number 5?
on it?
See, there's
this
some deposits on number 5. All right, I'm going to put some more mystery oil in the cylinders. So I just fill this can up, and I put about half a can in each cylinder. or if the cylinder's near the top, the piston's near the top, I just go until it comes out.
You know what's amazing is that some of the stuff under here, I mean, this car is complete. All the emergency brake gear is here. All the e-brake gear. What's left of the muffler. Shocks. Interesting, looks like somebody replaced. Did this have seat belts in it, do you remember?
It did.
Okay, I can see where people put them in. Those don't look factory. Somebody put those in.
Yeah.
It doesn't look so bad, really. But I've got to figure out, you know, here's the transmission. Here's the pan where the flex plate is. I need to figure out how to get this cover off so I can get access to the flex plate. I can't get near
The
The
flex
teeth.
plate? The teeth?
No, not near it.
Oh, no.
Not near it.
Are you going to turn it the opposite direction or toward me?
I'm gonna pull it this way. I know the
Okay.
chain wrench is on backwards, viewers. I know that.
It's not moving.
I didn't expect it to be that easy. Come on, you.
I don't. You're just pulling this off.
Huh?
I think you're just. Can you pull that engine off of the whatever it's on?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna come off the crank.
Use our messiness. We started yard work the other day and kind of quit so we could come play with the car, but our cat has been on the prowl for something she spotted like 30 minutes ago. You put the wood there so it wouldn't move?
Yeah.
Is that
this
what you did?
A real Three Stooges operation here.
You have a good grip on it.
Yeah, a really good grip.
And it wasn't moving over there hardly at all.
It's a really good grip now.
If I put a pipe on it, I take a major chance of breaking the wrench.
I don't know, the car might start to fall apart. Oh, are you gonna take that all the way off tonight?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's loose now. So we know it's not putting any pressure on anything. So let's see if we have any better luck.
Oh, you're gonna try again now?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, that scared me for a second. Sorry. No, it's not going anywhere. Okay. You done for the night?
I think so.
Gonna research some things? Yeah.
Yeah, but I really think at this point this head's going to have to come off. I really believe that.
All right, well, last night you made salmon. It's my turn to make dinner tonight.
Okay.
That yoga's really paying off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah. Okay.
So now we can take the head off?
Yeah, this has been sitting for days. Tried mystery oil and acetone. it's not moving at all. Went this way, went that way. It's not going to happen. So as much as I didn't want to, the head's got to come off. So we're going to start with taking the rocker shaft off, which is just these bolts. They're already loose because I wanted to free up the spring tension. And then all this comes off. So this manifold here comes off. Got to take the fuel line off. The exhaust, I'm not sure what's left of the exhaust, but it'll probably come out with it. It's probably a short piece. And then we move on to the head bolts. The head bolts, there's a lot of them. We gotta get this valve cover gasket off. Look at that gasket. It's still
really good.
in one piece.
Isn't that amazing?
That is incredible. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna keep that. That's going right back on when it's running. Right back on. That is crazy.
Well, you know the old saying, they just don't make them like they used to.
I mean, that's an example right there.
Yeah.
That's cork at its finest. Yeah, it's two pieces. I never knew that. I never knew that.
Well, I can definitely say I never knew that. Ooh, there's some rust there.
That's very bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means there's rust down inside on top of the camshaft. That is very bad.
Well, it's starting to explain some things, right?
Yeah. How did water get in there? That one's fine. That one feels stuck too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Oh boy.
Hold on, let me see if I can. Hold on, it's got a. Think over here. It's hard to. There we go.
That one is so bad. The bottom of the push rod is rusted.
Yeah.
See that?
It's where it's thinner right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. Can you guys tell? I hope they can tell that.
Well, let's compare it to one that's not like
that's a
that.
good idea. Can you put it on the collar? That would probably be easier to focus. Oh yeah, big difference. I mean, it's like I'm not. I shouldn't say big difference. I should say night and day.
It's so bad that I won't trust it. I'm gonna have to change it.
Yeah, it could just break, right?
Yeah, it could just break.
Wow.
And breaking that down low will cause havoc. Okay, so there's water down in the lifter galley. So is maybe the problem not the pistons, but the lifters are stuck. So I think I'm going to change strategy just a little bit. I'm going to take the lifter plate off to look at the lifters first before I pull the head. Sorry, babe.
Aww.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Way down, the lifter cover is here. And see the rust right there?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this is cool. I can't remember the last time I took a side cover off. Certainly never done it on one of these old Chevys, so this is really going to be cool. I have no idea what we're going to find.
It came off easy.
Oh yeah, yeah. These usually aren't too bad. This plug has to come out because it's got a non-fouler, so it's sticking in the way.
Oh, wow.
Oh. What is that?
I have no idea.
What is that? Whoa, what is that?
I don't know.
Did you get that on camera?
Yeah. Okay.
I think we found our problem. That lifter is just completely stuck.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, see, these are
Is that
lifters.
metal? It
Look
almost
here.
looks like
Yeah,
a flower.
Look here. So these are the lifters.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this one's covered with gunk. Look at that.
and they were right on the camshaft. See how that one's up so hard? So this
Right.
valve is getting actuated.
Uh-huh.
And when they're
So are
flat,
you telling me
the
that
valve's
that
not getting actuated.
is that?
Yeah, something's going on over there.
Why don't you touch that with something?
Yeah. Yeah, let's see what that actually is.
Oh, it's just completely rusted.
It's just rust.
When you touched it, it just fell apart.
It's just rust.
And look at the one beside it.
One beside it's okay, but this one's not that great. Well, there's our problem, guys. There's our problem. That lifter is stuck in its bore.
Wow.
Nothing's moving with that lifter stuck like that. Oh, this is really interesting. So how do you get it unstuck? I don't know. Heat.
Yeah.
There's gonna have to be some heat
Maybe.
involved.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna have to be some heat involved. But what else do we see? Do we see any other damage in here? Like what's all this about here?
What's that piece? I was gonna say there's a piece of metal or something right
No,
there.
it's just gasket, luckily.
Okay.
That's just gasket.
See, I really can't see. Can you put the light there? Okay. I was gonna say behind the distributor cap. But
That all looks fine. These look fine.
yeah. What about
That
that
one
one
looks
at the
crappy.
beginning?
Well, that one's
Let me
crappy.
see. Because it's black and the others don't look
It's
like that.
black and there's some rust.
I think you got, yeah, that's a good view for them. Because I can see plainly all the other ones except for that front one. And wow,
Yeah.
we know about those back too. Very
Okay.
interesting.
It is very interesting because these lifters also, some of them look completely collapsed. Like this one. That looks completely collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how far down it is in there. It's not supposed to be like that. This one's partially collapsed. So we've got a fair amount of work to do, but it's gonna have to be heat. I'm gonna have to heat this up and grab the lifter, trying not to damage it, and pull it out. All right, another nice night, another night working on the 50 Chevy. These lifters, if you focus in here, they're not loosening up. They're just completely stuck. I've tried everything. They've been sitting for weeks now in every concoction I could think of, including some acetone. They just won't come out. So we've got a bit of a dilemma. If the cam is stuck, nothing else can move, because this doesn't have a timing chain. It's got a gear here on the crank and a gear here. And in order to take this off, you need access to this hole and this hole down here for the puller, somewhere down there. But I can't get access to those because the engine's stuck and this is straight upside down. I can't get this off anyway because the oil pan has to come off. And I can't take the cam out for two reasons. The first is that the lifters will get in the way. The second is that on these, the cam is actually bolted in. It's got a retainer. And the retainer, the cam gear has two bolts in it to get the retainer nut bolts out, two holes in it to get the retainer nuts out, and you can't get at them unless it's perfectly aligned, and it's not likely to be perfectly aligned. So tonight's goal is I'm going to drain the oil. It's going to be interesting anyway to see if there's any water in it, and then I'm going to start to drop the pan. Hopefully tonight I can get the pan out, and then we'll be able to see what's going on in there. The oil plug was actually about as close to loose as I could guess that it would be. Looks like it might be half stripped. Maybe that's why. Uh-oh.
Did it just break off?
Nothing came out.
What?
Nothing came out.
How is it possible? Something must be blocking it.
Yeah. Let me put this back in and get a screwdriver. This is a new one. Nothing came out.
Yeah, because we've checked the dipstick and it.
Yeah, it's got oil in it.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick a screwdriver up there. Let's see what happens. Okay, I see water.
Oh, so do I. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh boy. How much water is going to be in this thing? The chances of this running are getting slimmer, literally, by the second. By the second. But it's going to make a very interesting oil pan removal. This drain plug is completely eaten away.
Okay, now something, I see
Yep.
it changing in color.
Yeah, sludge is starting to come out. Are you still filming this?
Yeah, I am, because
Oh,
I'm just
man.
absolutely amazed. I mean, I know I think this is 40, 41, 42. Never seen anything like this. I may never see anything like this again.
Yeah, this is more water, I think, than I've ever seen.
It's coming out faster. Whatever you did with that screwdriver opened it up more.
Yeah, I moved sludge out of the way. Oh, now we're starting to get oil.
Yeah, I can see it now. It's darker.
Yep.
Did you touch it?
No. No, but now we're starting to get oil. So I'm going to put this back in.
So you can empty that?
Yeah. I want to put this in a different container so I don't have too much contaminated oil. It just makes it harder to recycle. I'll have to recycle both, but I don't want to have to recycle too much oil and water.
Thoughts?
No
Have
good ones.
Have you ever seen anything like that over?
Not that much water.
Really?
No, not that much water.
Well, I did say I'm recording because I may never see that again. If
Yeah.
you haven't, I definitely will never see it again.
No, not that much water, and the drain plug is just shot. It's mostly just rusted away. That's what's left of the drain plug. Threads are gone. I don't know how this was staying in there. It's no wonder it was loose. There aren't any threads left. All right. I think that's the last one. There was a combination, a few bolts, but mostly screws. And I think I got them all out. So now the fun starts. Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
So here's the crank. It looks pretty good. There's the oil pickup. I know it's not the greatest view here, but the important thing is I don't see a lot of rust at all. At all. You can see right there, I think you can see that, maybe not. Hold on one second. That's one of the pistons and the cylinder, and that looks fine. And so far, from what I can tell, they all look like that. So why is this thing seized? We'll keep on checking, but I continue to believe it's the actual lifters that are seized. So I can get at one lifter. I'm just going to try my theory. See if I can show you where that lifter is. You can see it peeking up right there. See the cam lobe? The lifter's on the other side of it, and I just have a small area where I can tap on it. I don't want to tap hard and ruin it. I'm just going to use a screwdriver that has tape over the end so I don't damage it. A better thing to do would be a brass punch, which I've ordered, but it's not here yet. But I'm not going to mess with it tough. I just want to see if it'll move. Okay, so with each step we take, when we can't get this unseized, we have to take it to the next level. This time I'm going to try to heat around the lifters to loosen them up. You're not supposed to heat cast iron, I know that, but our options are getting limited. These lifters will not move. I've tried everything, they will not move. So I'm hoping that by heating them up, I might be able to pull a couple out, because there's a few that are exposed. And if I can do that, maybe I can crank the engine to free up the rest by spinning the cam. That's the theory anyway. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to heat a wide area here so as to try not to crack the cast iron. But this block, of course, is a huge heat sink, so a little torch like this probably isn't going to get it hot enough for anything. No go. I get a really good grip on it, but no go. That thing is not moving. Let me try my brass hammer.
Should it just pop up on its own?
No, it's not like there's a spring under it or something, but I mean, it should at least move. And this thing's not even moving. Not even moving. It's just completely stuck in that bore. That was a big fail. Okay, so Christina's been hoping for the step where we pull the head, and it looks like we're there. Fuel pump is not seized, so that wasn't causing it. The lifters will not move. I tried heat, tried everything, they will not move. It's still stuck. I was just trying to crank it. So the head's gonna come off next, and we'll see if there's a piston that's maybe frozen in there. Maybe getting that unstuck will allow us to pull enough to free up the lifters via the cam. Maybe not, but that's the next step. Go ahead.
Okay.
So every one of these manifold bolts loosened up, none snapped. I was not expecting that. That is unbelievable. But very good. This manifold will be off shortly. That was pretty easy. Okay, there it is. Uh-oh, look at this. There's a lot of rust in there. See that?
Let me come over this way.
So that is an exhaust port. So it might not be rust, it might just be buildup.
This one's like
Because
that
it's an
too.
exhaust port. Yep, and they're both exhaust ports. So maybe it's not rust. But this is now off, and we're ready to take the head off next.
Yay! Oh wow.
What do we got in there?
Everything you put in there, then it's real.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's not good.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know what that is, but that's not good. Let me raise the head a bit higher. Just watch out in case something slips.
So I'm not sure how much rust is supposed to be underneath this.
None.
Oh, okay. Then there's a problem. Do you see it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's the one with the non-fouler too. We were worried about that. Now look at this. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
But the others look okay. This one is probably a problem child. Is it full of fluid? It is.
And the one
Okay.
on each side of it.
There's a lot of rust here. Yeah, isn't that funny?
Hmm. Oh wow, I see it.
Yeah, that's bad. That's probably a problem right there. That, and of course the lifters. But the rest of these look real good. Look real good.
So, does this help answer questions for you?
No, until we get the oil out of there, it doesn't. But it does mean that 1, 2, and 6 are fine. Middle one's not so fine. But 1, 2, and 6 are good. But this is real bad, right?
Yeah.
That's piles of rust. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. This is the one. This cylinder wall.
Well, I thought from the
is
other side,
completely rust. Oh,
it
this
looked
one too.
orange.
This one too.
Is it?
Yes.
Let's get that out of there so we
Yep.
can see what
What
it really
about
looks
this
like.
one? Well, this one is so high I can't tell, but yeah.
All right, let's get that out of there. Okay, go.
Oh yeah.
Do you see it now?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, you can really see very heavy rust. Very heavy rust. Oh, this isn't looking good.
I hope you guys can make that out. I think you can. Try to zoom in. Yeah, I think that's a better angle for our viewers at home to see on the side of the walls there.
Yep, so that's number 3, 4, and 5. Can't tell how bad 5 is because it's near the top, so maybe it's not as bad, but 3 and 4 are very, very, very bad. I just don't know how this is going to turn out, but we're going to do our best. I still maintain if we can get it unstuck, we'll get it running. Just don't know if we're going to be able to get it unstuck. Oh yeah, that is much better, isn't it?
On the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just getting a picture of what this looked like before. So I'm gonna let you go ahead. You're using, did you say 80 grit?
80.
Okay.
Now, I know those of you that are about to put a nasty comment in, this is not the best thing to do. But given the circumstances, it's what I'm going to try.
Yeah. And we're not gonna refinish this car.
And it's my car.
Well,
It's not a viewer's car.
True, but it's going to be a parts car, and we already have homes for a lot of parts.
Yeah, somebody already wants a transmission.
Different other things like
We want the glass.
yeah, can take the radio out.
Oh yeah, definitely the radio.
Gosh, what was it? There's several
The
things.
heater,
Yeah.
the directionals, the grill, the bumper guards.
There's a lot. And then I'm going to be using the metal off the car, which you guys will learn about shortly. So yeah, but this is just, we wanted to
Much
know
better.
why this car never started.
Let's clean that out. Let's clean that out and see how it looks.
It's much better already.
Yeah, it is much better. Keep filming. All right, I'm gonna get a clean rag and let's see what that looks like. All right, so there's the problem cylinders. There's one, another, and another. We've got them pretty good. You can see the scoring here that the rust made, but it's smooth now. I've hit it with 150 and then 220. Don't take that as advice. It might not be the right advice, but it has smoothed them out. So now that they're cleaned up, I'm gonna try to put some acetone in and see if the acetone flows through. I've got the drip pan underneath, so if it does flow through, it'll catch it. And we're not expecting it to flow through, honestly. There's no reason it should, but it might. So let's see if it does.
Would we see a bubble or anything?
No, you probably wouldn't, because it's going to go through so slow. And honestly, I'd be surprised if it goes through quick enough for us to actually see it. I'd be more concerned about it if it goes through overnight. You know, we let it sit and let's it just sit there and try to ungum things up.
So is this where they are saying like watching paint dry?
Sort of. Watching acetone evaporate. All right, we're taking a look at the head. The combustion chambers. This is the intake valve. That's the exhaust valve. Look fine. This valve's stuck. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Stuck open. So we'll have to play with that. I don't see any of the others stuck, but look at how rusty this chamber is. And this one's pretty rusty too, around the exhaust valve. And this one back here is okay. There's also a fair amount of rust, as you can imagine, in the water passages.
Yeah, poke your finger through that one. That way.
Yeah, there's a fair amount of rust in the water passages. Which, you know, you can expect if this thing had weak antifreeze or no antifreeze in it. Hopefully not no antifreeze, but I don't see any cracks anywhere, so. See that white thing right there? That's the spark plug sticking into the cylinder. And it's the spark out of that spark plug that lights the gas and air on fire and makes the engine run. The spark plug protrudes into the cylinder a certain amount, different on many different engines, but it just needs to be in there far enough to ignite. Okay, we are back at it. The acetone has been sitting in 3 cylinders overnight. We came out this afternoon and it's gone. Now, did it evaporate? Did it seep through? We don't know. But what I'm doing is putting some Cree-Oil in the cylinders, just around the edges, the lips. And I'm going to take this block and I'm going to hit it to see if the pistons move. Now, I should be using hardwood. I don't have any at the moment, so I'll see if this will work. It might not. It might just splinter to pieces. But it's going to move very slowly, so we've got this chalk mark here that's been there for quite some time now, and we're going to see if that moves when I hit the piston. I'm going to start with this piston because it's the highest to the top. Anything?
I thought I saw a tiny move at the beginning.
Tiny move.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this one.
Oh, that moved.
Which way did it go?
It went towards you.
You're kidding.
No. Do it again.
Are you sure?
I am sure. Oh, it just did it again. There's no doubt. Do it
Oh,
again.
man.
Do it again. Do it again. Oh, there's no doubt.
Oh. Unbelievable.
Don't-
So this thing's coming unseized.
Yeah, just keep going.
Woohoo!
Oh, yeah.
It's still going the same way?
Sit towards you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Wow. Okay, so that means it looks like this one might be coming up. Let's see. So watch what it does now.
Okay. It goes the opposite direction.
The opposite direction. Okay, okay,
Is that
okay.
correct?
It should be, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep. Yep. So let's push it a little the opposite direction.
Yeah. Every time you hit it, it moves just a tad. Mm-hmm.
Unreal. I wonder if these lifters are moving at all.
Oh, true.
You know, if they start moving, then we know we've got this guy unseized.
Look at that real rusty area back there.
Yeah.
Is that any different?
I don't know.
You want to just hit it until we get like half a turnaround or something?
Well, I might put the wrench back on it since it's moving.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hit it right here and see if it still goes this way. And
Towards
then I'm
you?
going to put the wrench back on it.
Okay. It did.
Okay. All right. We know we got it moving, which is unreal. I am super, super pumped. Now we're going to see if the wrench will move it. So I got the wrench hooked up. Oh, look at that.
I see it. Oh my gosh.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe it. Holy cow.
You know what's funny? I never thought I could be so happy over seeing a chalk mark move. I can't believe it. Look how easy it's moving.
Okay, it's sticking a little there.
Let's see what's going on here.
I mean, this is all good so far.
Where was it sticking? Back in the back there?
No, I don't know exactly where, but it's going to stick a little bit. I mean, I don't see the cam moving too much, so we have to keep an eye on that.
Look at that.
Yeah, the cam's moving. The lifters are moving. I was getting a little panicked at
I
first.
honestly think you've been around 2 times now. Isn't that amazing?
It's interesting because the lifters are all sticking up, but I don't really care because they're coming up. That means they'll go back
I
down.
don't think I've seen the one in the back come up. Have I?
Yeah, there it is, right there.
In the very, very back?
Yeah, see, there it
Oh,
is.
okay. That's the first time I've seen it.
Yeah, and it sticks a little bit right there.
In the back?
Well, when that one comes up, I don't know if it's because of that or it's because these bad ones are super low. Because look at this.
No more, the rust?
There's still a lot of rust in
Yeah,
here.
I noticed that.
And
you can really see it on that one. So
yeah.
It's coming up.
Yep. You got to wonder if that acetone made the difference. Because, I mean, I didn't hit it that hard. Oh, boy. Wow.
I know. I don't know why. It's just so exciting.
It's super exciting.
I know. It's so funny.
It's super exciting. I mean, it's because also how easy it's turning. I mean, the starter will do this, no problem.
I don't think I've ever seen one turn that easy for us.
Well, it's got
No resistance?
no resistance
Yeah.
right from anything. And the lifters looks like they've all popped up and stuck up, which is not great, but hey, I'll take that any day to where we were 5 minutes ago. Wow. See, the cam has pushed all these up and they haven't gone back down, but that's completely fine. I've got a brass hammer. I'll just play with those a bit with the brass hammer. We'll get those moving.
Yeah, it's great.
How sweet it is.
Just so you'll see my face with excitement too. It's so exciting. Oh my gosh, I never
is.
thought something like this would bring this much joy to my life until I met Richard. So there you go.
It's pretty cool.
It is.
I have the unenviable job of cleaning this oil pan before I put it back on. As you recall, it's so full of gunk that nothing came out, no water, no nothing, when I first took the plug out. And here's an example of what we've got here. I mean, it's just it's caked on. It's you know, it's deep. Gotta be inch and a half deep of slime. This car does not have an oil filter on it from the factory, and it looks like no one ever added one either. So any dirt that got in there, if it didn't come out with the oil change, it just sat in this pan year after year after year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain the oil out into here. I'm going to take the sludge out piece by piece and let it drip in here as well. All right, I'm almost done. You can see it's a lot cleaner than it was. It's been a messy job, but it's almost finished. All right, the pan is ready to go back in. It's going to be a very dirty job for sure, but I did get it pretty clean. I'm pretty happy with how it came out, given how bad it was. You know, these systems, this splash oil system requires oil to flow easily, particularly between these partitions in the pan. And these partitions here, these two, this one especially, was completely gopped up. So it's a good thing I took this out and cleaned it, because even if it started, it wouldn't have had much in the way of oiling. They don't have high oil pressure anyway, but it would have been really, really not good. So this is getting ready to go back in, and I'll get back to you once I get it situated.
Okay, so Richard is under the car. He's putting the oil pan back on, and then we're gonna get going, do a few other things, and hopefully we're gonna get the chance to get this car started today.
This is my favorite job, installing oil pans. All right, so what are you up to?
Trying to clean this a little bit.
Cleaning out the coolant passages?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty. They're pretty nasty. All right, I'll let you to it. All right, head's ready to install. Blockhead is, the block is cleaned up. Cylinders, I'm going to put a light coating of this inside the cylinder walls, and then we're going to lower this down, bolt it up, and move on from there. This is exciting times right now.
Going slow.
Stop. Down.
You want me to stop?
Stop. Okay, so far so good. Up.
You want me to put it up?
Yep. Just a pump or two. Okay.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Down? Was that too much?
No, keep going. Keep going.
I know, but you gotta wait. It's going. I just have to slow. I think it's good.
Okay.
Stop?
Stop.
Okay.
Great. Okay. So these head bolts have to be snugged down in sequence, certain order, and a bit at a time. So this calls for 90 foot-pounds. I'm going to do 30, 60, 90, and it goes from the middle out. So they're all finger tight, so I'm just going to start to clamp them down, and then I'll get back to you. All right, last one. Okay, that's 90 across the board, and none broke. Whew. All right. All right, I'm putting some oil in. The reason I'm trying it now is that drain plug is really, really bad. I tightened it as much as I dared, but I want to check if it's going to leak. I've got the drain pan underneath, and better to find out now. I can run to the parts store and get a plug if I need it.
So I'm watching underneath to see if we see any drips. So far, I do not. Oh no, so there is a drip, but he doesn't think that it's dripping from what he thought it would be dripping from.
So there's a hole in the oil pan. See that right there? I don't know how I didn't notice that when I cleaned the pan. It must be right below the baffle. And there must have been some moisture that collected there and rusted it out. It's fixable, which is good. It's just going to set us back.
All right, we didn't get this on video, but I'm putting it in here. How did we fix the hole in the oil pan? Very simple, a bar of soap. This is an old off-roader's trick when you're off-road and you puncture your oil pan. You take a bar of soap and you scrape it along where the hole is in the oil pan, and it seals it, and it seals it good. If you're ever in that situation, give it a try. That's what we did here, and it worked like a charm.
One of the bolts and washer things that hold the manifold on was actually missing. I thought it was weird when I took it off that there were only 5. So I've made one. This is a pretty heavy duty washer. I ground down the sides, and this is the right thread pitch for the hole. So I'm going to put that in. And then this manifold will be on there. We can call that part done. This battery cable, this positive cable, is completely shot. And it's a fire waiting to happen. So I'm going to swap it out. And this is the positive cable. So it goes right down to the starter. And you can see how bad it is. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look at this original cloth covering. This is the original cable. Wow. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to replace it with a black cable. To get all those people back to do this. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to have a black positive cable.
Is that because it's the only one you have in the garage?
It is, but...
I know, it is funny.
Okay, it's been a hard day's work, but we're about to try the starter. See if the starter will turn this over. We don't know if it will. We know it engages from last year, but we don't know if it will. Wow, this negative cable's in bad shape. But the first thing we need to do is the touch test. Only the starter is wired in right now. This is a 6-volt car, so I disconnected everything except the starter. So there really shouldn't be anything sparking or anything else. And there isn't. All right, let's see what happens here. Big moment. Oh, that sounded healthy. Nice.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that sounds healthy.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So that squirt you guys heard was nothing bad. It's because the spark plugs aren't in tight. They're just sitting out there. So it was that's a good proof that cylinder has compression.
True. Yeah.
And that was number 3, I believe. So that's a really good sign. Beauty.
Okay.
We are buttoning it up for the night. We had a lot of challenges today, a lot, but we're that close. The engine's spinning, it's all back together. We have to, I think we still got one stuck valve, we'll work on that, but tomorrow is the day we try to get this thing running. Stay tuned.
So it rained last night. You can see why this engine was seized. How did water get in it? See the water there in the middle of this piece of plastic I have over the engine? It just seeps right through the hood, right through the seam here. I've seen it over and over and over on these early 50 Chevys, and gets right into the engine. So another discovery I made this morning is the carb throttle plate is stuck. Not a big surprise really that that's stuck, but it's stuck just like that. And look at the water pouring out of this thing when I tip it upside down. I mean, it is just full. So I'm gonna have to deal with that, but for now I want to run a compression test, and without the carburetor on, it's just fine to run a compression test that way. So this is on cylinder 1.
given all the messing around this engine's been through, I'll take 80, 70, 82 for now. If the others are all that good, then we're in good shape. Number 2. That's about the same. Okay, I'll take that. Not that it's great. In fact, this cylinder is actually quite a bit better now that I look at it closely. It's not great, but I'll take it. Number 3. Yeah, that one's not good. 40 pounds. Yeah, this is getting into the area where the cylinders were problematic with water. All right, this morning has been a slog. Here's the things I found. The carburetor was stuck. I thought originally that it was just the throttle cable that was stuck. These things have pull-out throttle cables. It wasn't. The actual butterfly was stuck. So I pulled the carb off and tipped it over, and it was full of water. Full. It just poured out. So I did a quickie rebuild on it. I only have parts left over from a kit that I used for that green Chevy. So it's not great. There was no gasket in the base of the carburetor, so I had to make one of those. So that's done. I ran a compression test. Not so great. We've got a couple of cylinders at 0. One at 60, one at 90, so not great. I just pulled the cap. The rotor is very, very, very old, but it's okay. It's an old Delco Remy. The cap looks okay. I'm about to check for spark. I'm sure it doesn't have it, but I can fix it. I've got the 12-volt coil in. Took this. The 6-volt was obviously no good anyway, but since we got a 12-volt battery, we have to go 12-volt coil. So I had to lengthen the wire to the coil. But once we check for spark, we're looking good. The soap on the oil pan is holding. I put more oil in it. The soap is holding, so that's cool. We're almost there. It's hot, but we're almost there.
So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like I am carrying around it's called a parasol. If I'm wrong, it's okay, you can laugh at me. Because it's really hot and I'm trying to keep the sun off of me, and well, we have some things we could have put up, but we didn't, so that's our fault. So trying to stay cool. Feel bad for Richard. He's gone through a lot to try to keep this going, and hopefully at the end it will be Chevy 1, Richard 1. It will be a tie. This is like a rematch. It's our rematch with the Chevy.
It's due.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
I think I saw. Oh, yeah,
Yep.
you've got spark.
Yep, I think I've got spark in the points too.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh no, I don't. Well, I heard something.
Get spark in the points. Yep, we get spark.
Okay.
Okay. We're ready to try. We've hit the big time. We're going to use this squirt bottle today that Christina bought me. We're going to fill the bowl up with it. I know the bowl works from when I had the carburetor apart, so it does flow. And the needle and seat were working too. So that's all good. It has been, I mean, weeks, right?
It's been
weeks.
Yeah.
And a couple of weekends of really intense work. So this is a cool moment. It always is.
Do we have the milk carton?
We're going to use this.
Yeah, but can we just have it here, because we always said that was our good luck charm.
Yeah, we could, but
We need it. We'll just sit it beside the car.
let's give this a go. See what happens.
I think it tried to fire.
It did. It fired. It fired.
Ooh.
Holy cow.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what? Okay, now I can't. I'm holding a umbrella, and so I wanted to have champagne out here.
I think we need it.
I think I'm gonna go get it. All right,
go
guys.
get it while I put some water in it and buckle this up a bit.
So how do you know how much water to put in there?
Until it comes out.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it goes. I see it.
Where do you see it coming? Oh, okay.
Is that normal?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
That's supposed to happen?
Yeah, I gotta put the water pump on.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna try it again. We've let it cool. We're even gonna see if it goes into gear.
Don't hit my car. Uh-huh.
I got to fill the bowl. But wasn't that easy to start?
It was.
I'm not liking this squirt bottle at all.
Do you need to cut the top and make it flow a little faster? I think that's what you might need to do.
It's just, it needs a vent hole. See that? It doesn't have a vent hole.
But I will say it's more, it's hitting where you need the gas.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy? Oh my goodness. Are you going to see if it goes into gear while it's on?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's not going into gear. Could be 100 reasons why. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
We got this baby running.
Okay, so we're taking a break, letting the car cool down. So Richard, tell them about this car. So you guys are going to be seeing probably, maybe the next video. I'm not really sure. I have no idea, but
Yeah, so
about
this
this car.
one you saw a video on last year as well. We were able to buy it, and I've been doing some work to it, carburetor, things like that, got it running good. So this one we'll be selling. Not sure how far we're going to take it before we sell it. I thought about getting it drivable, putting some cool wheels on it because it's a two-door and all, but I might not. As with everything with this channel, I'd like to do this much, but the available time is this much.
That's true.
It goes for this, it goes for this, it goes for that. There's just so little time. So I think in the right hands, this could be a very cool car. It runs great, and it's a two-door. So it could be a great car for somebody, and it's pretty solid. It's one of the more solid older Chevys that we've gotten. So we'll see.
Yeah. And I'm going to turn this around. Look what I have. We're going to celebrate this victory.
I haven't opened champagne in more years than I can remember.
Well, there's no time like the present.
No,
This
there
is
really isn't.
a huge celebration.
It is. You know, maybe you viewers won't understand. Maybe you will. This has been an incredible slog. Remember, there's another video about this thing from last year where we failed to get it running, where it was sitting on the side of a footpath. This is huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge. I am thrilled. Ready?
Yeah, I'm going to try to move out of the way here. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That was quite flat. That
Is
was
it
quite
flat?
flat.
Hold on.
I guess I was supposed to shake it.
No.
No?
No, but you know what? I will tell you. So this has been in the refrigerator for a very, very
How about this?
long time. Okay, go ahead.
No.
Okay. So what we have learned from this is champagne does go bad.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right. Southern,
Cheers.
thank you.
This is great. I'm so glad you guys were on this journey with us.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. The subscriptions are what keeps us going, keeps us doing this stuff. I know it's a little crazy. I feel crazy sometimes doing it. She feels crazy sometimes doing it. But your views and subscriptions make it all worth it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and until next time, we'll be talking to you in the comments.
Yeah.